Last time I showed you this interesting multi-platform programming IDE, Lazarus, and I created a very small application just to show some functionalities of the system itself. And now I would like to also explain how you can create forms in a kind of professional way. So basically, when you start to create an application, you have one form which is created by the system, and of course you can create additional forms as you want and as your application requires. Even create multi-document interfaces, so you can have different or actually similar kind of documents within one window, and can be minimized inside a window, and so on. So there are plenty of possibilities in the system, and you can fine tune it for your needs. So the first thing is what could be interesting for a programmer, the user interface, of course, because this is where the user interacts with the application. So in this part of the application development is that you need to place, of course, your controls on the screen, which will be used by the user. So there are two things what you should consider. Of course, if you are having a desktop application, then in the desktop application the windows can be resized. So you need to consider always that you want to have the user, um, let's say, give the freedom to the user that they can adjust the size of the window, or you want to do it, or you want to create a specific dialogue or form size, and then align the different controls and fields to this dialogue size. So let's start from the beginning, and let's use the simple form. So if you place things like here I have a kind of edit control, or two edit controls on the form, and the button. If you place something on the form, then the position and size of this element is staying as it is. So if you are resizing the window like this, then you can see that the elements can be hidden because they are going out of the form itself. So what you can do is, of course, you can define the form on a way that you can scroll inside the form, or you can get it just to the right size. So the first thing is that you can have the form itself. As you can see, it can be resizable like this one, or if you say that this is a dialog, then you already fix the size of the window to the size, or the form to the size what you are creating. So if you do it like this, and then you run the application, then the dialog will be staying as it is. So you can see that here is the dialog, and basically you can't resize it. You can just close it, and you don't have even you can't grab the corner, so you can't resize the dialog. So this is one solution to make the dialog stable, let's say, or make the form stable. And you can have others, of course. Single, this is basically the more or less similar thing like the dialogue, but you will see the difference. So basically here you can minimize the window at least, and you can get it back to the same size. So you don't have the chance to resize. Sorry, you don't have the chance to resize the dialogue, but you can minimize it. So you have two options: to close it or to minimize it. And then of course sizable and so on. So let's go back to the normal sizable form version. And then the second thing what you can do is of course that you can start to align your objects to the right position, or to the position what you want. To do this, you have the possibility to set the anchors of the different elements. So how you can do this, that you click on the object itself, and then with the right click you can go to the anchor editor. And if you go there, then you can see I already played around with this, but disable the anchor. So you can set the anchor, and you will see that what happens. So now I'm setting the top anchor enabled. You can see also here in the properties that the anchors can be set here as well, but it's easier to use it like this one. And then if we go back to the form, then you can see that it goes to the top, very close to the top edge. So let's go back here, and then let's enable the left side. And if you also set the right side, then you will see that the element is basically filling up the whole form. And whenever you resize the window, it goes with it, or the form, it goes with the form. So of course when you design your form, you need to consider how you want to handle the element, but it's very easy here on this form editor. Then let's see, we have another one just to show that how you can set up the thing for multi elements. So here it's saying, it's already telling that it's already enabling the siblings, but of course you can see that you can link it not just to the form but also to other elements as well. So let's link it to the other for the form from edit. This will be the top edit edit field, and let's put it, I don't know, maybe 16 points from the other element, and let's put it to the same position, or let's play around. No, okay, let's have it to the left side just to see what happens. So if we say okay, this is okay, let me check again. Yeah, I did not click here, it was linking to the top, so I was linking now to the bottom of it, but the 16 remains, and now it should be where it should be. So now it's 16 points from the other element, but we didn't link the size of this one. Let's do it with the copy button as well, but this copy button we should link to the bottom of the form. No, not like this, sorry. This one we disable, we put it to the bottom, and here to the form, and we put it to the left side, or to the right side, sorry, like this. And let's put it 16 points from the right, and here I did not set the position, let's put it also to 16. Okay, so when we go back, okay, yeah, okay, I did not enable this one. Okay, this was the issue. So now it should be where it should be. So if I'm moving around, you can see that this is nicely doing the job. So the button is also there. So even when you run it, it will be the same, so it will appear as it is required. So if I'm sizing the window, it goes with it. Okay, so this is one thing. The other thing is that in desktop application you have the different elements, or you can move around the different elements with the tab button. So let's see what is happening here with when we are using the tab button. So we are at the first field, second field, third field. Okay, this is working at the moment on the right way. So you can also set the tab order of your application. And here let's say let's do it or fix it like this, that after the to edit it should go to the from edit, and from the from edit it should go to the copy button. So if this is actually a weird order, but it's just showing that how you can cycle through the different elements with the tab button. So let's check how this works. So it goes to the first item, but it should go to the copy button now. Yes, let's go to the copy button, the to edit, and then it back to the from edit. So basically it's like cycling through in different order. But if you have more elements, of course it's more challenging to set up the right order. But once you set it up, it should work on the right way. And if you change something on the form, of course you also need to check this tab order setting, because that might getting wrong with the addition. So if I'm adding now an additional button, or let's say let's put just an additional edit field, put it here. You can see that after the copy button it should go to the edit one button, but I'm not sure if we should have it like this. We might have this somewhere here, and then it would be in the right order. But if we go back, you will see that okay, again this tab order is getting a bit weird. Yes, as we are cycling through, you can see that this is the right order. So copy button, edit component, to edit, from edit. So this is again the right configuration, or it's following this order. Okay, so this is how you can basically work with the forms. Of course, as I said, you need to set it up for yourself. The other thing what I should mention here is that for sure here you have the properties window, where you can set different properties of the elements on the form. But of course, mostly these elements can be changed also from the application, so from the code as well. So even the anchors you might be able to change, or the border style, but typically you can enable and disable the different elements. So for example, here we have the enabled element of this edit function. So if we go to the form, and let's say we click on the form itself, then it goes to the form create function. So this is also something what I should talk about. So how you can create the different let's say built-in functions, or how you can override the built-in functions that you can click on the different elements, and then the typical function what you might have, like double clicking on something, or clicking on an item. The IDE is bringing up the default function, and then you can change it. So let's just disable this edit element in this form create function. So when we open the form, then it will be immediately disabled. However, in here it's enabled. So you will see that you can basically from the application itself you can disable something. So at first I'm just adding here this inherited function. So basically we just go to the original let's say function of the form create, just to make sure that everything happens on the right way. And then we should make this enabled. Yes, it's here, and let's say that it's false, so it will be disabled just when we enter the function. And you will see that when you disable or enable an element, then also this tab order is immediately changing with it, so it will jump through this disabled element of the form. So you can see that the edit object is already disabled here, so you can't click on it, or you can't go into it. And if you are here and you go to the tab order, you can see that it's jumping through the edit item, so it basically ignores it from the tab order. Okay, so these are the basics of creating a form and creating some functions. Of course, later on I will talk about some additional possibilities and how you can create your application. But I think this is a good start. So if you want to play around with these things, then you can start with this basic thing, and you can of course play around with some settings and options. I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe.